Hello, and welcome to Money in the Ring, the podcast at the intersection of the wrestling and business worlds. Thanks for clicking play. My name's Ian Silvera. Let's get into it. So, some good financial news for WWE. After shares slumped on the back of the Hogan racism scandal last Friday, it was a big one. They've climbed, and they've climbed today. They are now soaring. They previously closed at $16.48. They've opened this morning in America at $18.16, and they are now up to $19.37. What a hike! And it's on the back of the firm's strong second quarter results for this year, 2015. The WWE have reported these highlights. The network, the big one, we all love it. It's like the iPlayer of wrestling, has increased subscribers by 75% to more than 1.2 million from the second quarter of 2014. Obviously, this is a big part of the WWE business model. Move people away from those lucrative pay-per-views to signing them up to their network, and where they have a host of programming. The average paid subscribers rate increased by 31% to 1.2 million from the first quarter of 2015. Right, before proceeding, two important things to remember. In the first quarter of 2015, we had WrestleMania. We obviously had that in March. WrestleMania 31. The big difference is the second quarter of 2014 had WrestleMania 30, and that was in April. So the results reflect on that impact. Also, share results, I am reporting them as I am recording. They may have changed since you have heard this, so just a disclaimer there. That's carry on. Right, we mentioned that the network is a cornerstone of the WWE business, so I thought it's important to delve into some of the numbers released in the quarterly report today. In the first quarter of 2015, they had 1.327 million paid subscribers at the end of that period. The breakdown of that is 196,000 international subscribers outside the US, and in the US 1.31 million subscribers. In quarter 2, the total had fallen to 1.156 paid subscribers, the breakdown being 217,000, so that's up on quarter 1 subscribers internationally, but 939,000 US subscribers. That's obviously down, but it's important to remind ourselves that the first quarter had WrestleMania 31. So that's a slight fall off we've seen there. Sort of expected. People have paid. They're not going to pay for the standalone pay-per-view for WrestleMania. They may as well get the $10 a month in the US, £10 a month in the UK. But the interesting thing is the international market has gone up. We obviously know that the WWE Network is now available in Malaysia. It's now available in Italy. So that's very interesting. But over those quarters, the first compared to the second, average paid subscribers has gone up despite the first quarter, including WrestleMania. So, that's how we look at quarter 1. There was 927,000 subscribers to the network. That's average paid subscribers, remember. That went up in quarter 2 to 1.216 million. Healthy stuff. Let's look at average total subscribers. So quarter 1, 990,000. That went up as well to 1.267 million. So what does that mean? We've seen there's a bit of a slump post-Mania. We expect that. But international growth is up. Average paid subscribers is up. Average total subscribers is up. So that's all looking good. So what does that all mean? Well, WWE have reported a network segment revenue record of $131 million on a trailing 12-month basis. So the network is growing, it's pulling in more dosh. Let's look at social media. You know, on the show, they make it to be a big thing, always telling us about the apps, going on Twitter, etc. Well, WWE have reported that they have surpassed 500 million social media followers across all of its global platforms. They're boasting that it now ranks 6 on Sprinklr's Social Business Index. That, to put it into context, is ahead of the NBA and the NFL, as well as other media companies. Right, we've already mentioned the impact of WrestleMania 30 being reported in the second quarter of 2014 and WrestleMania 31 being reported in the first quarter of 2015. So we can't really have a like-for-like comparison, and that explains why venue merchandise revenues dropped to $4.7 million compared to $6.5 million on the financial quarter last year, as Mania generated $2.6 million on its own. But check out this interesting stat. WWE Shop increased its revenues by 45% to $5.8 million compared to $4 million in the prior quarter. So, even without Mania, WWE have seen their revenues increase on their online shop. That's impressive. WWE have also said there's been a 52% rise in the number of online merchandise sales to 127,000. They're putting it down to an increased marketing and improved product assortment, whatever that is, but it seems to be working. Indulge me for a second, guys. I just want to go into these figures a bit more. So, WWE are saying in the first quarter of 2015, they registered 113,000 sales on WWEshop.com. That's up from 80,000 in the first quarter of 2014, and over the same period in 2013 when they registered 73,000. Quite a hike then. But look at this, quarter 2, we've already said it's up to 127,000. The latest quarter. That's compared to the year before, 81,000. The year before that, in 2013, 63,000. So it looks like online merchandise sales are going up and up. Finally, let's do a little bit of analysis around live event figures. So they were up slightly in the first quarter of 2015, excluding WrestleMania 31, which obviously would have given it a boost. It was 6.7 thousand. That's up compared to the year before, which was 6.4 thousand, and the year before that in 2013, 6.4 thousand again. So the second quarter, it was down to 5.4 thousand. Let's compare that to the second quarter of 2014, excluding WrestleMania 30, it was 6,000, including it is 7,000, but 6,000, let's concentrate on that. So this quarter is actually down on last year. However, it is up from 2013, which was 5.3 thousand, excluding WrestleMania 29. Including WrestleMania 29, it was 6.3 thousand. So let's have a look at the international live events. In 2015, there have only been 3 in the first quarter, and there was 21 in the second quarter. Let's have a look at some analysis. So the average in the first quarter of 2015, remember this is only 3 events, was 1.7 thousand. There were no live international events of the first quarter of 2014, so we've got nothing to compare it to there. But in 2013 there were 3 again, and that was 2.5 thousand. So obviously a bit of a slump there, but only 3 events to compare against each other and nothing in 2014. So going on to the second quarter, this is the new stuff. So 2013, 6.6 thousand average in international events attendance. 2014, that had gone down to 6.1 thousand. This is across 23 shows in 2014. 6.1 thousand, remember, in the second quarter of 2014. And then that's gone up this year in the second quarter to 6.9 thousand. So that's good news. And that's actually on the back of 21 events, that average. So international live events in the second quarter of this year, it's gone up. All in all, good results for the WWE. That's reflected in people buying more shares in the company, that share price rising. But I thought you'd be interested in a breakdown into where the network numbers are going, the live events numbers are going, and the international live events. And of course, the merchandise to boot. Okay guys, that's all for this episode of Money in the Ring, the podcast at the intersection of the business and wrestling worlds. That was episode 4. My name is Ian Silvera. Feedback, hate mail, all of that stuff, get me on Ian J. Silvera on the Twitter. You can also email me at money.ring@yahoo.com. That's all, folks. The song is Beat Driver 208. All I Want to Be Is Your Girl, licensed under Creative Commons.